Hey, what's up, guys? It is June 23rd, 2016, and I want to give some quick analysis on tomorrow's matches. As for the success of today, okay, I got some more skins because I think, hold on, let me just double check. Yes, Flipside did win, so I did put like 200 on Flipside for a return of $500, so pretty decent reward. I'm going to use these skins to bet on some of tomorrow's matches. So yeah, let's get on with the analysis. So first we have these World Championship matches. I would just skip the shit out of these matches because I'll give you my take on these matches. These matches is like flipping a coin. Like, I would rather do a coin flip than these matches, and I really hate coin flips. The process of picking these teams is basically a captain from each country comes up and they choose players from the specific region. I don't really like that because we don't have any matches for any of these teams. We have player profiles, but like these ratings are misleading because they're against teams of the country. Like, there's not really anyone playing CSGO in Palestine really competitively, or Saudi Arabia, so we don't have any really great stats for those teams. Same with the South Korea Jordan match. There's just no info on them. There's no point in betting on them because you're literally blind betting. That's not, I would rather go on a jackpot site than just blind bet like this. But on the bright side, we do have some very good matches for tomorrow, considering we do have the ECS finals, or playoffs if you want to call it, going on tomorrow. Alright, first off, let's discuss NiP versus LG. Now, if we go to head-to-head results, let's see here. We have LG coming on top in most of the matches. Now, this doesn't really say much. I mean, 3 matches. You can't really tell too much out of these matches, especially since LG on Overpass 16-4. That's kind of... These should be kind of not taken too seriously, if you know what I mean. But, however, NiP's recent results should be taken seriously, as their DreamHack Open results were anything but great. So, to start it off, we have... if I recall, they lost 2-0 to Immortals. They got kind of wrecked on both maps. During DreamHack Open, they also lost to Godsend. They got wrecked by Godsend as well. Surprisingly, NiP made it to the final somehow, which is not a surprise because they had to face Astralis in the semifinals, in which Astralis took it to 3 maps, but as usual, choked. And we have NiP, who faced Epsilon, arguably a bottom tier 2 team / high tier 3 team, and Epsilon brought them to not 3 maps but 2 maps in a best of 3, but both of those maps were close, 16-13 and 16-14 respectively. And NiP in E-League did not show too much promise, even though I believe they did win their bracket, if I'm correct. Let me just confirm that real quick. eleague.com. Let me just confirm this. I just don't want to like fuck anything up. So yeah, we have group winners. Yeah, NiP won. So yeah, these all top tier 1 teams in the finals. So yeah, we have NiP. They won the group, but their group was pretty easy. They did have Optic in it. Not really too hard. They had G2 in it. G2 kind of choked against NiP as per usual, so not really too much of a challenge for NiP, but recent results show that they're not really the most solid team. Now we have to look at LG. There's not too many recent results from LG. I believe the latest one was actually these ESL Pro League Season 3 finals, in which I think they won. I want to say they won. Let me just double check here. Okay. Actually, no, they had those E-League games, because I forgot, since they were the first group to go in E-League, and they went close with Cloud9, but I won't say too much about these matches, because if I were Luminosity, I'd make it close if I were to be the first one on TV2, just for a good show. You don't want the first E-League premiere to be a really boring one-sided affair, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we have E-League. Their group was really easy, not too much trouble, and they they also won the ESL Pro League finals against G2, which they brought to G2 did bring to a close 5 maps. All the scorelines were relatively even, if I do say so. But yeah, both teams showing mixed results lately, but I'd still have to put LG on top. At least I would put my personal odds at 60-40, and that's what I believe the odds for Lounge will be at the end when the match is about to start. I believe the odds will be like around 60-40, kind of like they are now, and I'm thinking of putting a medium bet on LG. I'll actually do that right now real quick. Let me see. You can bet 6 items now, which is kind of good. So I'll just put like, that's a little too little. Let me just get that in there. Maybe take that out. Put that in there. Yeah, this is more of a medium bet. Yeah, I'll put this on LG. So I think they can take it. If you're wondering why I don't have Steam Inventory Helper or Lounge Destroyed, it's because this is on my desktop, not my laptop, which I usually bet on. Next up, we have G2 versus Liquid. I'm personally going to skip this match because of multiple factors, including the fact that G2 have been having a pretty good streak lately, but as you can see here, let me just click on G2. We can see they did struggle in the Cologne qualifier a bit. They lost to Gambit, which admittedly they were on fire, but this is actually the most critical match, I think, that we can tell. They lost to Mousesports 16-1, and Mousesports lost to Flipside today in a best of 3, which is kind of sad. Yeah, but besides those, they had a good E-League run, but Selfless and Optic were in the same group as them, so not really much to be said about that. So yeah, G2 have been having a pretty good run lately. Now we have to talk about Liquid. Liquid, they just swapped 2 of their members for Pimp and JDM, but I believe Pimp is not playing this match, and it's actually going to be Simple standing in for him. So the lineup's going to be, I think, Elige, Nitro, Hiko, Simple, and JDM. That's a pretty, if you look at it from a far point of view, that's a pretty good lineup. However, JDM and Simple might struggle to fit in the system. Actually, the main problem I have with this system is that JDM and Simple are both oppers, and Simple said himself he prefers to op. So, I mean, JDM's definitely going to be picking up the op. I'm not sure if Simple is also going to be picking up the op, which might affect their economical standpoint. So that could really ruin Liquid, in my opinion. So I think Liquid have a chance. They could take this match, but I favor G2 in this. I'm going to skip it because it's a very risky match, and I don't believe that the risk is worth the reward with these kind of odds. We have the winner. This is undecided, so I'm not really going to say anything, but I think LG should take it regardless of who they face, although the upset potential is very possible. If the odds become less than 30% for Liquid or G2 or whoever faces LG, I could be betting small on Liquid/G2. But I really don't want to see a repeat of what Liquid did against LG during the major. So I don't know if I'm up for that butt clench. Next match is Astralis versus TSM. This match should be relatively one-sided for Astralis. I don't see TSM beating Astralis. TSM did do decent in E-League, even though they did go 0-6. They brought pretty close scorelines against the likes of Fnatic, Dignitas, and whoever the fuck was in the same group as them. Oh, FaZe, I think? Yeah, FaZe. They brought pretty close scorelines against the 3 of them. But I really don't think they can do anything against Astralis. Ironically, TSM is Astralis' old org. Fnatic versus Cloud9. I actually think this is a pretty good match. And the odds for Cloud9 are pretty skewed right now. I believe Cloud9 should have at least 25 to 30% on this match, which is why I'm probably going to put a small bet in Cloud9. Actually, I will do that now. I will place, not sure, maybe some of these junky skins, because I have faith, but I don't have too much faith in NAE, feel me? So yeah, $60 on Cloud9, I think. That should warrant a pretty decent reward for the risk. I won't be too mad if I lose this. Remember that Cloud9 is really like a tier under Fnatic, so expect Fnatic to win, but Cloud9 has been doing pretty decent recently. In the E-League, they pulled a pretty good series against Luminosity. That was a couple of weeks ago, however, and their latest results in Cologne have been very shabby. They didn't even qualify for the major, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I think Slemmy's IGLing, and Cloud9's just overall talent. If we can see Shroud perform this LAN, because everyone else has been performing. Skadoodle has been outstanding as of late, except for those couple of games in the qualifier. And Nothing has been pretty consistent. Stewie has been really good lately. Who else plays for Cloud9? I don't remember, but yeah. So Cloud9 should have a decent chance in here. They'll either win a close game or get stomped by Fnatic. This next game I think is going to be pretty good. Assuming it's Astralis versus Fnatic, which it should be, but might not be. I feel like Astralis have a really good chance in this. If they stay under 40%, I would bet Astralis any day. I think Astralis could take down Fnatic, especially since Olaf Meister just came back. Maybe they're still trying to figure out, like, maybe he's still recovering from his injury. We're not quite sure what state he's in. He performed pretty good in E-League, as we saw, but those were against pretty average teams. I wouldn't really see FaZe as too good. FaZe has been struggling ever since their acquisition of AZ and replacement of Dennis. So yeah, we haven't really seen any true results from Fnatic against a tier 1 team with Olaf Meister. So I would just pick Astralis on this one if Astralis end up being underdogs. Na'Vi versus Flipside, the last game of the day. This is actually not ECS, this is E-League. I would probably just skip this as a whole. Na'Vi should take this any day, as we saw in the other two best of twos, or yeah, I guess you could call it best of two. In the other best of two against Flipside, they just 2-0'd them. Pretty simple. Na'Vi just wrecked them. I don't see, this is a CIS matchup, but I don't see Flipside doing anything against Na'Vi, especially not on a TV broadcasted $1.3 million league. So yeah, Na'Vi should take this easy. I might put a max bet, but not at 96.4 odds. It'll probably end up to be like 90-10 odds, which is still not worth a bet for me. Maybe there is a chance that Flipside just pull it through. Blade uses some ultra like in-game leading tactics to bring them the victory, but I highly doubt that. Alright, so that's all the matches for today. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope my analysis was helpful, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow or the next day for some more analysis on matches. Thank you.